Moses, Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Lucky 56. Gone. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mayfield off the play fake. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Play fake. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down. That's Graham. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively, nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On play action, they'll throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he caught it up. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This is caught inside the 15. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Mayfield. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Marquise Lee from 8 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. Runs through the contact. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll set up a throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll run it here. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
Detroit! Detroit!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw now on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And Lambo will put this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Gun!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Leopard!
Mayfield on play action. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Doyle. So we've reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. He spins free. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They've talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run it again with Barkley. A strong running. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gone.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mayfield now. He's got Allen. And now running right through it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, it stays up. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Detroit!
they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gun! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 33.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Leopard!
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Bortles. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Here's Ryan to throw. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are, but they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Ryan. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Hey, let's go.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on the play. And it's a second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On play action, it's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Lucy. Hey, 54, Ricky.
On first down, Bortles. And Jones has it over the middle. The 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Jones, 68 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Completes it to Lee. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Tuesday. Gun. Get up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hank. 380.
Bortles now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On play action, now Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Bortles going to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's complete. Deon Cain working the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.